Our pets are a part of our family, and deep bonds form. They are our friends, our protectors, mankind's constant companions. They have fought by our side in wars, hunted with us. They have protected our land and livestock, and looked after our children. They kept the mice and rats at bay. They look at us without judgment. They are perhaps the one creature that knows us better than anybody else. The Animal Rescue League has a long history with Pittsburgh and the animals who reside in and around the city. First founded in 1909, the Animal Rescue League has an open-door policy, which means that no animal, whether cat, dog, or rabbit, is ever turned away. All animals are taken in and never given a time limit to how long they can stay.
Hi, my name is Monica Garcia, and I'm the volunteer manager here at the Animal Rescue League. I love being the manager of volunteers because I think I work with a special group of people that are willing to give of their time freely. I mean, with nothing expected in return. It's something that, the people that I work with are so passionate about.
My name is Mark McClure. I'm 18. I've been volunteering here at the Animal Rescue League for almost a year now. I like volunteering with the rabbits because they're the most misunderstood species here and in any shelter, really.
My name is Chuck Hesselman. I've been volunteering here at the Animal Rescue League since November last year. Well, I love spending time with the different cats and hopefully getting them homes to live in.
Heather,
Eunice.
what got you into volunteering?
Actually, I adopted shelter dogs, and I became acutely aware of the plight of shelter dogs and their needs.
You're actually dealing with living beings, living things that can also feel as well as you do, and you give back those feelings and show appreciation. And our volunteers get rewarded by licks and purrs and cuddles and tail wags, and they all love animals. It's what brings them here to the shelter to volunteer, and so they get to fulfill that love and passion by actually handling and interacting with the animals and knowing that they're just giving back in a great, awesome way and really doing something extraordinary and changing lives forever. Not only the lives of the animals that they come into contact with, but the lives of the people, the families that take home these animals. And usually they take them home better, the animals better when they take them home than when it first came in because of our volunteers and the work that they do with the animals.
Animal shelters like the Animal Rescue League devote themselves to the care and rehabilitation of all animals that walk through their doors. The volunteer program is a very important part of the Animal Rescue League. The volunteer's main responsibility is to familiarize the animal with different types of people and to help the animal trust again. An animal who knows nothing but cruelty from its owner can only benefit from the kind and nurturing hand of staff and volunteers at the Animal Rescue League.
I think the most challenging thing about working with the rabbits is when we get bunnies in that might be sick or may have behavior issues that we have to really work with. That can be challenging sometimes.
What would you say to someone who wants to volunteer with rabbits?
That it's quiet, it's fun. You don't have to walk dogs outside. You just come in here in the nice air conditioning or heat and let the bunnies run around and enjoy their personalities.
What do animals mean to you? Are you an animal person?
Oh yes. Well, I've always had a cat since I've been 6 years old, so I just wouldn't know life without one.
What would you say to other people who are looking to volunteer?
Well, just come and have fun. I mean, I enjoy every minute I'm here.
Whoa! a jumper. Holy sh!
That's cute.
What would you say to a first-time volunteer who's thinking of volunteering at an animal shelter?
I would say that you will not only be enriching the dog's life, but your own as well. And dogs who do so much for humans. First of all, they are the only animal species that voluntarily sought human companionship. And this happened thousands of years ago. And over the years, dogs developed close relationships with humans, both in terms of working relationships, but also emotional attachments as well. And so they've done so much for us. It feels so good to do something for them.
Hi, Fuzzy.
You silly dog.
Hi.
You silly dog.
Hi, come here. Fuzzy, come. Fuzzy, come. Come here.
Aww.
There we go. That was perfect.
What one piece of advice would you say give to someone who wanted to volunteer in an animal shelter?
I would say it's something to really be honest. It requires a person to really be honest with themselves, as far as their availability, because within our program, making a commitment is very serious. I mean, we expect a serious commitment of time, and we expect people to be here when they say they're going to be here. And it's because, if they're not, then the animal suffers for it. The animal doesn't get the break maybe that it deserves, or it's it really is longing for. So it's so important that our volunteers show up when they say they're going to be here, because these animals are depending on them.
What do you like about the Animal Rescue League what they do with rabbits?
What I like the most about the Animal Rescue League is we have a really tight-knit rabbit community. And we have a really nice shelter here. It's small, but everybody knows each other. We love the animals and we care for them, I think, better than most shelters could because of the community aspect. So.
And what do you think the benefits are of volunteering at animal shelters?
For the animals or for the volunteers?
Both, really.
Well, for the animals, it does improve their quality of life. And for the people, it's gratifying to know that you are improving the life of an animal that is so caring and loving and so in need of human contact.
Why cats? Why not dogs or rabbits or all?
Just because I've always been around cats. We got our first cat here when I was maybe 4 years old. Now I'm 50, so.
So you have like a history with the Animal Rescue League?
Yes. My father worked a couple blocks from here, and we would come over and see the animals, and then one time we decided that it would be a good idea to take one home with us.
Our volunteers have to deal with, sometimes unfortunately, euthanasia, which is a very delicate subject. And but because we're an open door shelter, we take in everything that comes to us. We don't turn any animal away. Unfortunately, not all animals that come to us are adoptable, and because they're not, we have to euthanize some. And when it happens to be an animal that volunteers know and have grown attached to, it's a very hard thing to go to. I think it's the hardest, the most difficult thing about being a volunteer here in an animal shelter is dealing with those instances where an animal's ending does not turn out as how you'd want it to.
What do you think your favorite part of volunteering is?
Just spending time with the cats, and then getting the cats with people so they can be adopted, because, especially like this little one here, it deserves a home. It's such a friendly little soul. It'll make someone happy. She'll only be here, I don't know, a couple days maybe.
Some are, bossy and have an attitude, and some are really playful and mellow and sweet.
It makes the dogs, it makes them happy when just to get some human contact. And it makes me happy, and I've become certain ones, like when people ask which do you recommend for kids, I'll say certain ones because I've become certain ones have become attached to.
What was once a connection formed thousands of years ago out of necessity has become an unbreakable alliance between man and beast. Our animals are an extension of ourselves. As children, they are often our first playmates. They teach us about empathy and compassion and responsibility. But most importantly, they teach us about the joy of living in the moment. Because to our animals, that is all that exists.